Hello, everyone. Welcome to chapter 199 on my RLDR Custom Creations YouTube channel. It is the weekly edition, and we are getting close to that 200th video. But today, we're going to talk about something else. And if you want to see how I deal with this stuff, all you need to do is stay tuned. Well, yeah, as I stated, we're at video 199, so the weekend edition will be 200. But that's going to happen on the weekend. But right now, I have another more important matter that I've been dealing with lately, and that's the whole dilemma of lumber storage in my shop. Now, a little bit of history. First of all, when I started building this shop in 2007, I had no idea that it would be getting used like it is now. 2 hours ago, I just got my homeschool group out of the shop for today. By the way, we had a great day in the shop today. They have one afternoon left, and everything is going to be finished as it should be. So, but I never planned on having to stock lumber in the volumes necessary to keep 20 woodworkers going for a year. And that's kind of what my enrollment has been in the last while. So I only teach 2 afternoons a week, and I like to limit it to 5 students because 5 students in here is about all that this comfortably handles. So yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge, but when I built this shop in 2007 or started this shop, I realized that lumber storage would be an issue. And I didn't know exactly how I was going to do it. I've had so many different options roll through my brain that it's really quite mind-boggling to say the least. I had a big lumber rack planned for here, and then I was going to put big wheels on it so I could store it in my storage garage and pull it here when I needed it, and all kinds of bizarre plans. Now, I'm going to show you what I do, and it's embarrassing because it's a joke. But I have a little corner in my shop. It's about this wide and about 4 feet deep that I slide some sheet goods. And unfortunately, now I've got a bunch of hardwood stuff leaned up against the sheet, and it's terrible. Now I'm working on storing my lumber in another building outside, and I'm going to show you that today as well. But lumber storage is always a huge, huge issue because it takes so much space, and most homeowner shops are not designed to handle, 8 foot boards, 4 by 8 foot sheets. Maybe you're storing shorts or whatever. That you got a little bin for that, or you got one of these little cart organizers that you could push around. That's all wonderful, but bang for buck, it takes a lot of space. And when I designed my shop, I that's one thing I kind of left up in the air that I thought, okay, this is what I can afford to build. This is the shop footprint that I can deal with and afford. Lumber storage, well, I'll deal with it when I need to. And over the last year or so, I've really needed to. So the other problem I'm going to have coming up, and this is going to come early in the new year, my plan is to build a full set of kitchen cabinets for our house. And so that's going to mean hauling in more and more sheet goods. So my hope is that I can clean up my little area there that I'm going to show you, and I can get my sheet stuff in there. And the solids, I don't know, they're going to stack up in here somewhere. I don't know. But storing lumber is always a huge problem. And this is another one of those areas I'm working on. I don't have all the answers yet, but we're going to see how this. I'm going to bring you along for the journey, what I start with, and where I'm going to end up. And I know once I get my outdoor storage done properly, yes, it's not ideal, but it'll be better than what it is now. So I'm just going to take you off the tripod. We're going to walk to the corner of my shop and we're going to see the mess that I have now. That won't take long. And then I'm going to show you what we have outside and how I have to maintain that as well. So anyway, let's go mobile. Well, it was clean at 12 o'clock today, but hey, we got things going. Like I say, my students did an awesome job today. There's a chessboard that's looking really, really good. That's just needs another coat of finish or so, and then it's done. But yeah, walk around to the back of my shop here or whatever. Not terribly far from my um, cabinet that I built, my OSB cabinet, which I haven't quite finished yet. But just to get you in here, oh, by the way, there's the bathroom. If you can afford to put a bathroom in your shop, do it. But there's my lumber storage. So my compressor is nicely guarded by all the material I have there, and that needs to change. So that little bracket up there that I welded together and screwed onto the wall basically prevents sheets from kind of tipping over this way and falling onto the compressor. But you can see that I've got ample ballast at the bottom to make this uh, to prevent that from happening. Now, there's a few things that are going to happen here. My compressor, you see all this hose on the, messed up here. But see, I've already started. I've got copper line running down to there or to that regulator or clean or dryer, and there's a regulator there, and then it's going to go to the tank. So those air hoses will all get cleaned up. There's not going to be any rubber hose coming from here. So this is going to be distributed around the shop. I already ran behind there, and I think I've shown you this. But there's also lumber storage up there, and that mostly was my hardwoods, my guitar woods and stuff like that. But I've got all this stuff down here that I need to deal with, and I will. It's coming. But this is far from ideal. For full sheet stuff, it's not too bad, I guess. It can stay here, but it is a problem. And another issue that's going to happen eventually is at some point I would like to build some type of a filter wall around the compressor and the dust collector. So that's another thing that happens. Right now, my sliding compound miter saw is on a stand, and that's partly because I'm still renovating in our house. Every once in a while, it moves into our garage, and I cut in there. So, but anyway, that's the way I'm dealing with lumber now, and it's not good. I need to work and make this better. But my pine that I use with students, that's all outside. So let's walk you out there and show you what that's all about. So, and did I mention that I'm in Saskatchewan, Canada, close to Saskatoon? The weather isn't always nice. Well, unfortunately, when I need to go out and get a board, uh, conditions can be like this. So, yeah, I've got a bit of a trek, not too bad. So, I would go all the way out here. It's not terribly far, but still. And right now, my lumber storage racks aren't made yet, and the place where I'm going to put my lumber is not done yet, but this is where I end up having to go, and I had to go out there today. So you can see my shop isn't that far away, and keeping this path clear has become a little bit of an important feature, as I don't want to be trudging through knee-deep snow with 3 or 4 pine boards in my arms. So anyway, this is the good part when you get back into the building. So you can see storing things outside is not necessarily ideal. Well, one of the problems with storing your lumber outside is you need to have a pathway to it. Now, the way our yard is set up, I don't have like a cement pad that my storage and my shop have in common. So basically, my lumber storage is going to be in the base of my grandkids' clubhouse. So, and I've talked about this in videos before, but basically what I'm doing is I'm just plowing a path over the grass, and right now my lumber storage, my bulk lumber storage situation is pretty sad. I basically just have it dry piled. That means it's stickered and covered. Well, just the top cover. And it's under two of my pine trees at the back of the yard. So I'm not sure how good this is for the lawn, but we'll see what happens. Now, the day I did this, this is a couple of days ago when I did this, we have had significantly more snowfall since then. So I'm going to have to fire up the snowblower again and clean this off. Right now too, it isn't that important that it's cleaned every day, because I'm not having, we have one more day of kids and then I'm done. But with my blower situation here with that little Husqvarna tractor, if I want to blow an area, I need to make sure that I get started when the snow isn't too heavy, because it doesn't like trying to punch through, 2 or 3 feet of hard snow. That's pretty hard on that little guy. So basically I need to get on it early, and this still worked fairly well. It went right down to the grass quite easily. I'm not sure how good this will be for the lawn. Now luckily our lawn back here is still in a state of disrepair, because we have plans for this backyard. In fact, right about where the tractor is right now, there will be a deck along the back of that, the garage that's attached to the house, and where the steps come out of the house, that'll be access to the deck. So there's going to be more construction in the backyard, and the grass will not get kept quite the way it should. So, but yeah, it's just a matter of clearing the snow off the path, making it so you can walk easier, which is a real nice thing to have. When you're trudging through snow trying to carry a number of boards, that's not a good situation. The oak tree that I brought back from one of my lumber trips to southern Manitoba, that's a bur oak tree standing there, and it's done really well over the last 20 years. But it's not really good for the way I have my camera set up, because you're not seeing anything that I'm doing. I'm also clearing a path to the internal storage under my grandkids' play or clubhouse, because I have quite a bit of lumber stored in there yet, and that's mostly my more specialty woods. I've been hesitant to store them outside, and but yeah, it's when you store lumber outside like this and then you carry it in, and everybody knows that when you bring something from a cold temperature into a heated shop, it condensates, like it's moist. So it's not a great idea to work with that material right away. You kind of need to let it acclimatize to its new surroundings, especially the wood that I use with the kids that I'm working with. Chances are it's going to be a small furniture project, and it's going to go into their house. Now luckily projects aren't finished in a short timeline with my students. We meet one day a week throughout the fall and start of winter. Like we started this current group in September, so that the wood comes in and they work with it, and it slowly acclimatizes, but it probably has 2 or 3 months, 2 months for sure, before it goes home. So that's always really, really good. Yeah, we're coming slowly to the end of this section. I did this in real time. just to kind of show you what it's like. It doesn't take long to do, and especially now that I've got the initial cuts in. There's all kinds of things that you end up finding when you do this. So now I know where I can blow in the future, and it's just a matter of going and doing it. I always make the path a little wider than what I think I need, because if we do get a big snow and I don't get it all cleared, I at least can clear half of the area and I still have a good path to walk through. Typically our backyard we'll have 2 to 3 feet of snow in the backyard by the end of winter, so that's kind of where we're at with that. And here I am, I'm just getting into the front yard here. I sped this up 4 times. I thought I'd sneak in a little bit of snow blowing action in this video. I enjoy doing it. The only thing I don't enjoy about blowing snow is, and it's happened now, I waited a few days for it to quit snowing. Neither my wife or I have to go somewhere every day, so we can leave it. And now I thought it was time. You can see the sky's kind of clear. I didn't really look at the forecast, but I realized it was time to do it. And I got going and got it done, but it snowed the next day, and here we're 2 days away from when I did this, and it's snowing like crazy here again. So, but I'm not going to do it today because the forecast is still for more snow today, so chances are we'll hit it tomorrow. So while I enjoy snow blowing, it does take time, and right now I just don't have a lot of time. The other thing that I try to do when I'm doing this is I really do believe in trying to give back. Like I feel I've been very fortunate, and so when I blew my yard off, I get my stuff done first, and then I did 5 other driveways, and I never charge anything. In fact, I don't think I've even asked if I can do them. I just go do them. And mostly surrounding me, yeah, there are some people on pension like I am, but most of them have their own snow blowing equipment. A few of my neighbors are maybe late 30s, mid 40s, couples with lots of kids, and they're busy. They're always running with stuff like for hockey or school sports or whatever. So if I can, take that 20 minutes or half hour that they would have spent shoveling their driveway, and usually I can do it a lot quicker than they can, and I don't bother going on to like doing the fine-tuning stuff, like the porches, the steps, all that stuff. That's a little bit of a shovel that they can manage to do. But yeah, I try to do that. It's like I say, most of the time it's a lot of fun. It's just when it starts to occupy a lot of my time that I kind of get a little tired of it. I have other things to do, and that's kind of why I just get tired of that part of it. But the snow blowing itself, when everything's working fine, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I think we're kind of coming to an end here. So yeah, anyway. Well, there it is. You can see my lumber storage has a ways to go yet. The inside the building stuff, which I think will just become a condensed version kind of for materials I'm using immediately, and then most of my storage is going to go outside, I think. That's the plan right now, and who knows, maybe that'll change. I threw a little bit of snow blowing action in there just for fun. The way that got done. So yeah, like I say, we got to work on the lumber storage, but that's going to come just like all my other projects around here. And I thought, rather than show you just the completed project and how, it's all perfect in the end, all the things that we do in our shops are a process. It starts, you maybe can't afford to do everything right away, or you don't have space to do everything the way you want it right away. It's always a journey. So enjoy that journey, plan, use your brain, have some fun. Anyway, episode 200 is coming. That's the next one. I'm not sure exactly what format it's going to take yet. There are a couple things I'd like to accomplish on that video, and we'll see how that works. I mentioned earlier videos the possibility of maybe taking some time off. I'm not sure about that yet. So we'll just kind of keep going, and as long as I don't say anything, chances are there'll be 2 videos a week. But anyway, yeah, remember to like, share, and subscribe. The Christmas season is soon upon us, so we should be doing this all the time, and I'm trying hard to as well. But you need to be there for your fellow human beings. That's what this is all about. That's why we're here. So remember, like, share, and subscribe. We will see you probably on Saturday.